So here we see the next point, that is see the box. Do you know China clay is an industrial mineral of the type kaolinite. It is found in China and hence called China clay. See here which mineral is present in a large amount in that type of China clay, that is the kaolinite. Kaolinite is the mineral which is present in that clay. So it have industrial use and such type of soil is found in a China. So it is called China clay. So upon heating the soil acquires a glaze and hardness, and due to this property they are used for making crockery. It is the information about the China clay. Okay, this is for your general knowledge. Then we see the next, soil testing. So how the soil testing is done, or what is the importance of the soil testing? See here, the proportion of the various ingredients of the soil can be determined by the soil testing. So if you have to identify, or if you have to check the which components or organic matters are present in that soil, so for this soil testing is very important. So here during the soil testing, which factors are examined, that is the color, then texture, and the proportion of organic matter in it. So these factors examine and calculate or test, either they are present in which amount, either it is less or more. So in that way soil testing will be done. So soil is tested to find out if there is a deficiency of any ingredients and decide what measures should be taken to remove the deficiency. Means it is very helpful process, because of if we carry out the soil testing we can find out either the soil have any deficiency or not, or if it have any deficiency, that you also decide which measures or which precautions you have to take, or which activities you have to do for increasing such components in it. So it is very important to carry out the soil testing. So here the soil in which way the soil testing will be done. The soil sample is collected for testing, is dried in an open space in the shade for 8 to 10 days. So it is then sifted through a sieve. So in which way this soil testing is done? So for this, the sample is collected. It is dried, means here it lays down for a dried in open space. After dried for 8 to 10 days, what happen? After the soil will get dry, then it is then sifted through a sieve. Means here we strain the soil, that is we carry out the separation of the soil particles in a powder form and in a large particles. So in that way the soil testing, first it is made to available in a ready form for the testing. For this, first the soil will get dried for 8 to 10 days, and after that, after drying the soil, we sieve this soil using such instruments, trained instruments. So after sieve means in मराठी आपण ते जी सॉईल आहे ड्राय झाल्यानंतर ते आपण चाळून घेतो, आणि चाळून घेतल्यानंतर जी फाईन पावडर असते तर ती टेस्टसाठी वापरली जाते. सो हिअर it is then sifted through a sieve. So two tests here, which tests are done for the testing, that is two tests, namely here carry out the testing for calculating the or identifying the pH, what is the pH of that soil, either it is acidic, neutral or alkaline, and the electrical conductivity, means either the electricity can flow through this type of soil. So these are two important tests that will be done for testing the soil. So here these are the particularly useful in finding out the characteristic of soil. So you can determine the fertility of the soil in your fields with the help of different tests. So here if you have to identify the which type of soil, or the either the your soil in your farm in a good quality, or they have contained the all ingredients in a sufficient amount. So find out these factors, you have to done this test. So in the bracket here in this box they gives us some information related to the scientist, that is the Danish scientist Sorensen put forth the concept of pH based on the concentration of hydrogen ions. Means how can we identify the pH of the soil? So for this, to determine the pH of the soil, a mixture of water and soil in the proportion 1:2. 1:2 means amount. One amount of the water and two amount of the soil will be taken in the test tube, and it is carried out the test with the indicators for the checking this pH, either it is acidic, basic or neutral. So there are some measuring units. By measuring this unit you can find out its nature. In which way? See here, according to Lee, soil may be found to be one of the following three types, that is acidic soil. What is the pH for acidic soil? It is less than 6.5, and for neutral soil it is exactly or in between the range 6.5 to 7.5. And what is the range for the alkaline soil? The pH is higher than 7.5. So in that way we can identify the pH of soil by testing with the using several indicators. So this can be done by the scientist the Danish scientist Sorensens. So it is for your general knowledge. Okay, so here we see the next point, that is causes of diminished soil fertility. Means nowadays why the fertility will goes on decreasing for a farm or field. So what are the reasons? So there are some reasons. Here we see one by one. First one is soil pH less than 6 or higher than 8. If the soil pH is less than 6 or higher than 8, means either the soil is acidic or soil is basic. So here, if the soil is neutral or pH of the soil is neutral, it is a very good for the yielding or good for it have good fertility. But its pH will get changed, either it will be acidic or alkaline. Due to this reason, the soil also decrease their fertility due to change in their pH. Then second reason is low proportion of organic matter, means it contains very low amount of organic matter in it, so it also destroy or diminish the fertility of that soil. Because for growing the plant, organic matter is also important to supply the nutrients for the plants. So it is another reason. Then third one, no proper drainage of water. If the soil particles are larger, then due to this what happen, or if if the soil particles are very small or very fine as like a clay soil, and there is no sand particles are there, so due to this what happen, drainage of water not easily takes place. And if there is a drainage of water not takes place, it also affects on the fertility of the soil. The next one is a fourth, repeated cultivation of the same crop. Means some farmer carry out the such type of cultivation, that is, if in one year they yield a crop of wheat, and again in the next year they'll again yield the crop of the wheat, then what happened, due to taking the same type of crop in each and every year, so it also destroy or decrease the fertility of that soil, because of all organic matter or nutrients get absorbed by this same crop. So due to this, fertility also goes on decrease. Then fifth one, continuous use of saline water. Saline water means if we nowadays we use some fertilizer or some pesticides, in that pesticides some minerals are also added. Okay, some chemicals are there. Or if we give the plant, or if we watering the plant by using saline water, saline means which contains a salt as like a seawater. So if we give such type of water to the plant, it also decrease the fertility of soil. And last one, that is the excessive use of chemical fertilizer and pesticides. So these chemicals also have some harmful substances in it. If we use again and again such type of fertilizer and pesticides, these are saturated on that soil, and due to this fertility also get decreasing or diminished. So these are the some reasons due to this fertility of soil get decreased or diminished. So here we know the 5th September is the World Soil Day. Why this day is celebrated? To make efforts for conservation of soil. So if we avoid such type of activities, then we can conserve the soil. So for awareness of this conservation of soil, this 5th of December will be celebrated as a World Soil Day. Okay. So again they use us some information in that box, that is always remember soil texture is distributed if the chemical fertilizer are used excessively and that land becomes unsuitable for sowing. Here what happen, which is the another factor to disturb the soil texture or to disturb the soil fertility, that is use of chemical fertilizer in a excess amount. So due to this soil again become uncomfortable or unsuitable for sowing the or increasing the crops. So to avoid this you should rotate the crops in order to maintain the fertility. If we uh, get the yield of different crops after one crop to another, for example if we see the when we harvest the wheat and after that if we take the leguminous crops like peanut, moong, moth bean, pea, lentil, bengal gram. So if we grow such type of crops after the taking the wheat crops, then it helps to maintain the fertility of that soil. So in that way you can increase or maintain the fertility of soil by doing such type of activity. So here we complete our lesson. I hope you are understand all the concepts. So here we also explain some exercise questions here, you can hear very clearly. Okay.